Hey yo, what up? Welcome to Black Savage Entertainment. Man, Wack 100 thinks Crip Mac is a snitch after he receives 33 months in federal prison for getting caught with a ghost gun and a switch that turns a semi-automatic weapon into a fully automatic machine gun. Now, it seems that Crip Mac has finessed his way out of the mandatory minimum sentencing guidelines from the feds, and Wack 100 thinks he smells a rat. So let's get into this audio, and we're going to get back to it in the end. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let's get it.
Live is what you think. Live.
No, that shit ain't right. I don't know if G Wayne up in here. I'm pretty sure that's an H felony. Yeah, that shit don't. It started 60 months. I'm trying to work it around my head. This shit don't sound right.
And it's a ghost gun too.
That's an enhancement right there on itself. This shit.
Off the rip.
You talking about the boy?
Yes.
But wasn't he already on probation as well?
Bro, he was on probation, and he had 2 prior gun cases already.
See, and you getting 33?
And he had some other shit. I think he had maybe some possession cases and shit in there too.
Ain't no way. Third one? Nah.
That's
Now
a
when you fuck
mandatory
with the feds though,
You fucking with the feds. Listen, I'm telling you, when I went into court, them niggas told me, bro, you catch another gun case, this is the feds is gonna come get you. This is what the bitch Breonna Murphy telling me.
and they gonna use your priors against you.
That's a fact, unless he struck a strike with a strike, but I don't even think he did that.
It ain't got nothing to do with no strike to the feds. You whatever prior felonies and convictions you done had enhances your category, nigga.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it don't matter. Fuck, you ain't talking about no strikes and no feds, nigga. You talk about, nigga, you didn't, this bumps you to
Points
here,
gonna be
this
high
bumps
as shit.
Did they
you.
hit
That
him
nigga
with
got,
There you
the
go.
last
That
one?
Nino right there.
Did
that
they hit
nigga
him
got
with
2
the?
prior gun cases, caught with a ghost gun, and ended up with 33 months.
Ain't no way you getting 33 months off of that. Hell no, nigga. That's 3 years.
Did he get to use, carry, or possess of a firearm in
It
relation
don't
to
matter.
the
None of
charge in the
that.
Did
Blood
second
is
he
on
get
count?
away? Did he
probation.
get
That's
away?
just they going 5-year
Now,
minimum.
hold on.
They ask for that
I'm reading
shit.
the.
That's what
I'm
I'm
reading the
saying.
content that way. I'm reading something that way just sent us. The last thing. Did he get that? The last charge on that?
Right, listen. The fact that he got 2 priors.
Oh, I'm already with you on that. Yeah, he already fucked. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just talking about what's on the paper. Yeah, he already fucked. That ain't even nothing to really talk about. That ain't
Yeah.
even no consequence. He fucked, bro. Like, I mean, he ain't. I mean, he obviously unfucked himself, but you know what I mean. Like, he supposed to be fucked. He's
Yeah,
supposed to be fucked, bro.
that's it right there. He unfucked himself for real. He did something.
He did
Oh
something.
my God. Hey, listen, man. It just got to a point. Now I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna watch all these niggas that know better because I spoke on it. That watch the shit they say. They might get quiet though, bro, because I've been whooping these niggas' ass so much. Niggas might say, man, we ain't fucking with that.
What you think Adam gonna have to say about this on no job?
He gonna bring it up. Yeah, and I'm gonna bring it up. He gonna actually, you know what? Where the homie at? I got the motherfucking Fed specialist. Hold on, y'all gonna love this nigga.
I got it.
Who got?
Bang here.
I got it.
Yo, hold on. Let me send it on over to the Big Bang Theory. Now this guy right here, Lavish in here.
Yeah, I'm right here.
This is a guy that his job was to read paperwork. He did 262 months. That was his job. He was one of the niggas, when you hit that line, he was one of the niggas that went through the paperwork. So I called him, told him, do you want to come on the app or do you gonna let me record you? He said, Wack, go ahead and record me, ask what you gonna ask me. So I went over it with him and he broke it down. And this is exclusive. I call him the paperwork reader on the federal side because I've never been to the feds. And his language kind of lined up with yours. He said, nigga, It's a chart. They don't give a fuck about none of that. Mandatory minimum. He broke down the chart. He said that nigga he said the best case in that is let me see what he told me. Nah, because this might
About
make
60 months.
no, the best case, he said your best case is your offense level is a 20 on a nigga that never been in jail, never had nothing, but that ain't him. He said this nigga that had prior cases, so he gonna fall in the offense level. He said somewhere between 24 at the minimum on up, and that's a 51 month minimum,
Mm-hmm.
right? And he gonna go on up based upon the other cases he didn't have, right? And I remember Adam reading off the niggas priors probably a couple weeks ago at one of them interviews, right? Nigga had 2 prior gun cases, maybe a dope case and some other shit. So I asked him, I said, yo, when he hit the yard and how it's gonna go, and he said, oh no, it's a million niggas there with the same shit. As soon as a nigga say the wrong number out his mouth, that's just what it is on. But we gonna let Bang play the content.
All right, y'all. We got an exclusive conversation from Wack 100 and the paperwork man on the federal side. Only on the motherfucking 100 side. Ping up and share the motherfucking room.
All right, listen. I got my guy. I call him the paperwork reader because in the federal penitentiary he did a lot of time. That's what the fuck he did. So today I saw on the blogs, Crip Mac got 33 months. Now I do know he had 2 prior gun convictions, and he got caught with a ghost gun. That means those serial numbers, all that shit. Now you've been lacing me on the federal how it works. I got the mandatory minimum charge. I'm looking at this shit, and it's not adding up. But I haven't been to the Fed, so I'm doubling back, coming back to my paperwork reader from the federal penitentiary. I know you did a whole lot of time. I forgot what it was, 20, 25. I know you did a lot of time.
262 months.
262 months. Okay, now, 2 prior gun convictions. And now you get caught with a ghost gun. You're a gang member. You might have another little robbery there, but let's just X all that out. You got 2 prior gun convictions, and now you're caught with a ghost gun, and they give you 33 months. What about that adds up or don't add up?
That ain't adding up. Not under the 922G shit. But you get a mandatory minimum, right? It's 5 years, right?
Okay.
So if the gun got bullets, if he an ex-felon or any part of that kind of shit, if the gun's got bullets, those are separate sentences based on the bullets alone. He got 2 guns, man. He gonna get anywhere. He gonna get about a dime for sure if they don't fuck with the bullets and all that. He just got regular shit. He gonna get about a dime, even if he ain't been in no shit or none of that.
That's what I thought.
And that's like having no criminal history or none of that shit. You're gonna get 15 years. You're gonna get 15 if he had a conviction before under the Armed Career Criminal Act.
He definitely
That's
had
an enhancement.
That. Okay, so now I've been hearing rumors, and I don't know how this shit works, that they were gonna try to use the crazy card. Now, I know we use that in LA County. It get niggas a little bit, but not a lot. Does that factor in the crazy playing crazy when you got caught with a ghost gun and you got 2 other prior convictions that the crazy wasn't?
Man, he would be in the motherfucking crazy hospital in the feds. They got a place for you. You don't be on the line no motherfucking where. They got a whole prison for your ass.
Oh, so it wouldn't matter. That wouldn't affect the time.
Nah, because he'd be over there with their ass with a different time. He wouldn't be on no line nowhere. He wouldn't be in no line park terminal out and no shit like that.
All right, so listen.
Your main hospitals.
I'm about to go on back to Clubhouse, and I'm going to tell the people I call my guy. I call him the paperwork reader because it's a federal penitentiary. Every yard he hit, that's what his That was one of his jobs. Okay.
Man, your main thing, if he an armed career criminal, if he faced any of that sentencing enhancement, you can get anywhere from 15 to life, depending on the specifics of that shit. That's with the bullets and all that shit.
But the 33 months, that is just not.
That ain't adding up at all. Even when you look at the fucking guidelines, that shit ain't gonna add up just in category 1.
Hold on, I got my man. He sent me the motherfucking guidelines. He sent them to me. And I was like, federal sentencing guidelines, Burnham and some other motherfucking name. All right? So you say category, it says offense level, Zone A, Zone B, Zone C, Zone D. Then it has category 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that the sentence table you talking about?
Yeah. So I'm a break it down for you. So where you see offense level, they have base offense levels for certain crimes, right?
Okay.
So
Zone
for
A,
gun, so for a gun, the base offense level would be something like 26 or 24 or something like that.
That's
so in category one, I think level 20 or something, you're gonna get 33 months on the low end. The nigga got any kind of
20,
prior,
33 to 41.
Any prior convictions, you going up to the 46, the 51, and so on and so forth. And then you're gonna get the ACAA, the Armed Career Criminal Act. Then that come into play. After they settle that, once they settle this section, and then they go down further for the calculations to determine the criminal history category, the sentencing range.
Out of 20, you saying that's a nigga ain't got nothing.
And they got nigga ain't never been to jail before.
Yeah, so
I'm talking about nothing. Zero criminal history.
24 is 51 and 63. 25 is 57 and 71. 26 is 63 to 78. So when you say
look, let's put it like this too, Wack. So you know the mandatory minimum for the gun is 60 months. See what I'm saying?
5 years.
That's where it's a problem. That's where the problem at, because the mandatory minimum is 60 months.
And he got 33.
And that's below the guy. That's below the mandatory minimum.
And in your your knowledge of dealing with this shit, because you get a lot of fair time, and you was a paperwork reader. I know reading paperwork, you had to be real versed on what the fuck it was and wasn't, so you know what you was looking at. If you get beneath that mandatory minimum, then it's what are the things?
Only way you could do that is a safety valve or cooperation. Period.
So what's a safety valve?
A safety valve is for a nigga that ain't never been in trouble and going to college and got some shit going on for himself. They'll give you a safety valve. They'll give you a safety valve, just like they used to send a nigga back to the military. Okay, nigga, go do these 20 months and we're going to put you on all these other things, but you better be doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Now watch this. When they tried to get him like a bail or get him out when he first went to the feds, they told him because he was a known gang member, they wasn't doing none of that.
That ain't got nothing to do with the feds. The feds don't give a fuck about that, man. They don't care about that, man. They got gang motherfuckers from every part of the world in that motherfucker. Taliban motherfuckers and all kind of shit. They don't care about none of that shit. I'm telling you, nigga, they got motherfuckers eat motherfuckers in there. Nigga, they don't care about none of that shit.
So this 33, but yeah, okay. All right, well, let me run this on back, because this shit right here, I said, you know what? I've done a lot of state time, but when I speak from your education and these charts. I said, let me call the homie and go over this shit, because that 33 months with that ghost gun. Now, bro, a ghost gun, a switch, and a silencer. How are they handling those? Are they all handling them the same?
Let me check something out.
The ghost gun is no serial numbers, no ballistics, no nothing. That ain't even getting caught with a regular gun. That's like you got some shit you can kill 300 niggas with there and never know it.
Mm-hmm. Let me see how they handle it. All right, they taking a strict approach with that ghost gun shit. Under 922P, that statute prohibits the manufacturing and sales of it. A nigga you gonna get a 5 to 10 just on that shit alone.
And that ain't got nothing to do
right
with
at the mandatory minimum. Look, it says no, because with that, all right. So say, okay, you say it's 5 to 10 years on the mandatory minimum or more, and then you got the enhancements for the armed career criminal, which imposes a mandatory minimum of 15 years.
I read that.
And then you got the silencer. Then the silencer is a whole nother ballgame. The silencer is getting charged all by itself under a statute called National Firearms Act. That's a whole nother thing. NFA.
My man sent me something that says it's in red writing: possession of a firearm or ammunition by a prohibited person, 18 U.S.C. 922G and N, punishable by up to 10 years imprisonment, may receive minimum sentence of 15 years without parole if offender has 3 or more prior convictions for felony crime, violence, burglary, robbery, assault, possession of offensive weapons and or drug trafficking felony. Then they got elements, and then they got some other shit down here. So what you saying is lining up with this. That 33 months is just not making sense. So what happens, bro, when somebody like that hits the yard and they see your offense, ghost gun, or whatever, and they see 33 months? What do you guys do?
It's a million niggas already there with the charge. So when he say how much time he got, it's auto. Like, hold on, nigga, how do you get that? And now you get to talking. He might not even make it to me. He might not even make it for no paperwork to get seen, because there's too many niggas already with those charges and with that time. Because you see, this shit is on a grid. Ain't no negotiating. Ain't no motherfucking lawyer. Ain't none of that shit. You either tell or you get it, nigga. Period. Ain't no none of that other shit. Ain't none of that other shit. You don't fuck about none of that shit.
Yeah, ain't no motherfucker.
We had, look, nigga, on our case, nigga, we had David Dudley, them, nigga. You know what them people told them? We don't give a fuck about none of that. They on some grids. What y'all gonna do? They base offense level is this. Their criminal history is this. They right here. How you gonna beat that?
I got another something I want to ask you that's totally different from this. When people got their record expunged on the state level, for if they say they never been to the feds, they went to the pen, they didn't got their record expunged, right? Mm-hmm. What happens if they was to go to the feds, they come back to jail and go to the feds, or will the feds go dig that up, or it's just like you clean?
No, it's expunged. It's gone. It's expunged.
Gotcha. All right. Well, to my other counterpart on the phone, I'm not gonna say your name. I gotta put you with my attorneys because my shit is expunged. We gotta get you done too. Hey, look, appreciate it. Appreciate your time. I'm finna go talk to these people and let them hear this shit. And because I said, bro, it don't sound right. I've been taught. I got a few cats on the floor that have been to the Fed. They saying the same shit you said. I said, but let me go ahead on and get some confirmation. And this shit is what it is. Like you always said, you said, Wack, this shit is what it is, nigga. Ain't no motherfucking negotiating.
They don't play around with that shit.
Appreciate your time, dog, my nigga.
All right, my nigga.
All right. I mean, shit. Maybe they won't blame me. I just asked the questions.
Nigga's a rat.
Everybody okay?
Damn, this is fucked up.
I know it.
Only on the Hunter side, shit get real tricky fucking with the.
So he said cooperation or something else. So he cooperated. The niggas are
see,
right.
when you dealing with the feds, it ain't like the state. You can go in here and negotiate this. No, motherfucker, this your shit. This your category. You start here. I'm looking at the chart. When they say mandatory minimum, if your shit say 51 to 80 months, that means you can't get no less than the 51. It's at the judge's discretion if he want to give you 70, 80, anything in between. But you can't get no less than the mandatory minimum of 51 months unless you cooperate.
Y'all alright?
Man, Homer said that
How
he
you
wasn't supposed to
get
get no less
33?
than
God
20
damn. And then yeah, he said
with
10
no
with all
prior. With no prior, he was supposed to get no less than 10.
the ghost gun, yeah.
Right.
I'm going to pin up the chart so y'all have it. So those of y'all that want to go back and re-listen to what he said, you will see the categories and what he's breaking down. That's the chart right there. The feds on how to give you the time. Them niggas passing out a whole lot of time.
And does he have like is it just him being charged in his
Just him.
paperwork, or does he
Ain't
have
no,
codees?
nope, just him. Caught with a ghost gun. Gun with no serial numbers that they can't trace.
That's the gun that was 3D printed.
While having priors.
Or having prior gun cases.
Bang, it doesn't have to be 3D printed, Bang. You could buy like an 80% lower that's not serialized and put and build it and still be a
So like when he said they don't give a fuck about if you're affiliated with a gang or anything like that, so with the feds, that shit, none of that.
If you look at that thing I put up top, right? You look at that. When he was reading it, there where it says offense level, right? Guns fall, he say starting from offense level 20 on down. 20 is a motherfucker that ain't never been in trouble, ain't never, nigga, you in college with a job, non-gang member, you ain't never been arrested. So offense level 20 is 33 mandatory minimum months to 41 months. He said the fact that the nigga had a ghost gun is gonna slide him right starting at 24. He said then he's gonna go up because he had prior gun charges. So he said even at 24, with no prior gun charges with the ghost gun, the mandatory minimum is 51 months. 51 to 63, so it's at the judge's discretion if he want to give him the mandatory minimum or he want to give him the max or something in between. He says, so, dude probably going to be about a 78. It's like a 28, 29, realistically, which is 78 to 97 or 87 to 108 months. So, 10 years is 120 months. He said a nigga could have went up to damn near high 30s because they could have charged him for the bullets in the gun. Now, I don't know. You see them categories 43, that just say life across the bottom. You ain't never getting out.
Hey, Wack, did he say every bullet was a charge?
Damn right.
Yeah, they could. They could. But let's just say they didn't do you like that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to start at a category, offense level, because it's that ghost gun alone, 24. And because you been to jail before for other gun cases or whatever the fuck, it's gonna go up. Every time you've been to jail for certain shit, it goes up. This is why I asked him the question at the end of it, because my record is expunged. So he pretty much telling me they gotta treat you like a nigga never been to jail if you ever get caught up. Right? This nigga here, he was out on probation for a gun and fighting another gun case and then got caught with a gun.
So there's no way it could be 33 months. That shit's way up there.
It's beneath the mandatory minimum.
It's a way.
I mean, it's a way, yeah.
It's definitely a way. That motherfucker said, Wack, you said 33 months. I got jealous as a motherfucker. Who this nigga know? This shit crazy.
Yo, listen. That's what he's saying. He said there's so many niggas on the yard that's gonna have the same case. He said niggas get mad when they say, "What you in there for?" And you got what? He said off the rip. They already know you.
I'm telling you.
Soon they hear his sentence, niggas ears gonna perk up like, huh?
Yeah, that's
But his paperwork don't say nothing about 5K1 or down with the parts in the paperwork.
Well, I mean, we ain't seen the work. They just
Oh my God.
reported he got 33 months.
Oh yeah, when you look at that, and for what he got locked up, niggas gonna turn Scooby Doo on his ass real fast.
Now, I do know Adam had mentioned that they had told him he was looking at 10 years. That was about a month or two ago. I don't know what.
Shit, I know what happened.
And on top of that, I'm going to be real. That nigga, he might have did his research because remember, that nigga went big and disrespect the whole Muslim card. Fucking around on the phones, on the internet. So, you know, since he been in there, he might have did his research. He like, shit. Nigga talking about giving me 120 months, nigga 180 months. And I already got to deal with what I got to deal with, and I didn't did that.
Shit. Yeah, he did his research. Damn, this nigga snitching.
He probably signed a letter that says promise to snitch later. Yeah.
Hey, listen, man. Listen. I thought about it. I said before I speak on it, let me ask a few people. And my man, that's what he did. He was the paperwork reader in there. You hit that yard, he went over that work. He did 262 months himself. That's a little over 21 years straight.
So what do they do when they read someone's paperwork? Like
Which G homie was that, OG?
That's definitely a G homie.
On the set, I thought it was Bill Blast.
Some power on that phone.
I thought it was Bill Blast at first, and then they was like, nah, it's a different G homie.
No, that's a whole other G homie. And the nigga that called on the three-way is a nigga I've been doing it with since I've been a kid, a pup. Right? So he like, I said, call the paperwork reader. He said, oh shit. So you know, I just asked him. Look, this what we dealing with. Cause he the one I go to about that shit, cause all the homies in the joint be like, man, that nigga hit the yard. He said, this nigga know motherfuckers, he know the shit. So he was the one. I'm like, yo, go holler at the homies, let him go through your shit. Yeah. Well, you know, quite naturally, they ain't gonna give a fuck about that. They gonna say, that nigga Wack always. Listen here, man. If there was me, you have my ass nailed to a cross.
You know the blind nigga and the joking nigga, they gonna have something to say.
Nah, the blind nigga, I don't think he gonna play with that, bro. Cause he, you know what I'm saying? You know, at the end of the day, that's what that is. And homie's gonna be like, my nigga, what you talking about?
All right, man. There y'all have it, man. Do y'all think Crip Mac is working with the Alphabet Boys after he done dodged the mandatory minimum sentencing guidelines for the charge that he was convicted for? Now, Wack 100, he calls up his triple OG paperwork reader from the feds to investigate Crip Mac's sentencing. Now, 33 months is definitely below the mandatory minimum for machine guns, and he has prior convictions, and you got caught with a ghost gun. So this paperwork guy is saying basically Crip Mac should have been sentenced to no less than 10 years minimum in federal prison for being caught with a ghost gun and a switch because of his prior convictions. Based on the mandatory minimum, if he didn't have any priors, his minimum would have been at least 5 years in prison. So him getting 33 months, which is a little under 3 years, it seems a little fishy, and a lot of people are scratching their heads. Now, I didn't see any of this on any major news outlets. I'm sure it's going to be covered this week. Wack 100 definitely dropped the exclusive with this. But yeah, how do y'all feel about Crip Mac, the famous 5'5" Crip, only getting 33 months after being caught with a switch and a ghost gun. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I know for a fact that federal judges are bound by the mandatory minimum sentencing guidelines. Even at their discretion, they cannot go under the mandatory minimum. The only way to get below the mandatory minimum is if you cooperate, aka snitch, aka rat. Whatever you want to call it, they're going to turn you into a truth teller in order for you to dodge those mandatory minimum sentencing guidelines. So let me know what y'all think. If y'all made it this far in the video, let me know in the comments, man, how y'all feel about Crip Mac sentencing. If you're new to this channel, be sure to subscribe, turn the notification bell on, give this video a thumbs up so we can reach more viewers, and I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Peace.